This is the Tokyo Bottle 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Bottle 23 の Sneaker Channel です。毎日アップするので毎日見てください。I bring you content every single day and I try to bring it to you about sneakers and about upcoming sneaker releases, and today is no different. I'm bringing you a sneaker which will definitely have the world of sneakers divided about whether or not it's an absolute cracker or not, a poppin' sneaker or not. Many people say yay, many people say no. Myself, I'll tell you during the video what I think about the upcoming release of the Nike Air Jordan 3 University Red. As I said in the introduction, it's all about the Nike Air Jordan 3 University Red today, and I don't know why they're calling it University Red. It's a strange name for it. What I've seen so far is people calling it the Tinker or the Tinker Reds because it's something to do with that flashback to the original time when they were working up samples for these sneakers like Air Jordan 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, that kind of thing. And these are Tinker Hatfield designs that never actually made it off the production floor. And here we have this one, and there's a lot in this sneaker that people are just not really ready to get behind because they're playing with an iconic sneaker, playing with an iconic silhouette in ways that people aren't ready for yet. And that's what we're going to have a look at today. Tomorrow, I'll be bringing you content as I do every single day, but sometimes I just don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. And today is one of those days. Maybe I'll bring you a Nike, maybe an Adidas, who knows. But for now, stick with me while I talk my way through this Air Jordan 3 University Red. So the Air Jordan 3 University Reds that we're talking about, they do drop this week. Is it this week or the 30th of March? So maybe it's not this week, maybe it's next week. Well, it depends when you're watching this, not when I'm making it. So they do drop on March 30th. 今月の3月の30日に発売するので、買いたい人は頑張ってくださいね。なんかなんて言おうかわかんなかったよ。突然買いたい人は買ってみてねって言っちゃってすみません。And I do sometimes slip into Japanese like that, and I just ballsed up what I was trying to say in Japanese. But you know, these things happen. So let's get into this sneaker that like I say, is dropping on March the 30th. There are a few really distinctive things in here that we really need to nail down and talk about. Now, the first thing is that the threes are iconic for many reasons, but one of the main reasons is because it was the first in the line of the Jordan sneakers to have that visible air unit on it. Prior to this, the ones and the twos, you couldn't see that air unit and that little window on the side. The threes were the first to sort of do that and to pop that visible air unit on there. So that's one of the reasons why they're iconic. And it also, to some people, I think I'm right in saying that when I reviewed the Don C Legacy 312s on Thursday, I think it was, I reviewed them, that what he was saying was that he thinks, Don C thinks that the 3 marks the point when the sneaker became more than just a player sneaker, just a Jordan sneaker, is that they were actually a brand at that point, and then that window on the side there really reflected that. So the 3s are iconic in that way. What they're also iconic for is that they usually don't come with a swoosh on them, and that again is rare in the sneakers because the swoosh is the branding is the company, and that drives sales. So usually you want to see the branding there, the swoosh on there, but usually in 3s you don't have that. So think the cement 3s, for example, the black cement 3s without that swoosh on the side, but here you have the swoosh on the side, and not only do you have a swoosh, you have a removable swoosh. And I'm sure that sneakerheads and Jordan heads out there are just going to be automatically, no, I am opposed to this without going any further. But if you are a Jordan head or a sneakerhead and you're not in that camp, hit me up with a comment down below and let me know why. But anyway, so you've got 4, no less than 4 removable swooshes, and I'm not even done with the sort of controversy that the Jordan heads out there will hate, but I think I'm right in saying there's a white one, a grey one, and a red one, but not a black one. And then the 4th one is an elephant print swoosh. And now the elephant print on 3s, again, think those black cements, is iconic. It's a really iconic design element on there. But putting it on a removable swoosh, oh, Nike, I don't know what you're doing. I personally don't have an opinion. I quite like 3s, and I like them without the swoosh, to be honest. I like 4s as well, you know, and that's kind of an iconic look for the sneaker. But the 3s without the swoosh to me is really what they should be. But I'm not all that fussed about them. They're not a sneaker that's high up in my ranking of sneakers that I covet, that I really want to get my hands on, like the 4s or the 12s, which are the 2 favorites of mine. So I don't really mind them playing with a 3. That's kind of my point. But so putting swooshes on or not, whatever. whatever. Putting removable swooshes on, I think it's a bit gimmicky. And then the cement thing, I'm not really all that fussed about, but I think people out there will be. So if you're one of those people out there like removable swooshes, no. Cement removable swooshes, not cement, elephant print removable swooshes, no. If you're one of those people out there, then fair enough. Hit me up with a comment and let me know. Looking at this sneaker, we've got a lot to look at. There is the Jumpman on the tongue there, which is a red Jumpman on a white tongue, which kind of looks really neat up there and is a good look. The actual red and whiteness of the sneaker itself is a really good look. But if you think back to the chlorophylls and the cocoas, what are they called? Mochas, I think they were called before in 2018 that kind of just sat. If this just came out as a red and white colorway, perhaps it would just sit like them. So they had to maybe raise the gimmick a little bit to try and push sales in. That's why they have these removable swooshes on them. But anyway, that red and white there, you start off with that Jumpman on the tongue, which gives you that really pop of color, really pop of look. A place that doesn't give you a pop of look, and it's a strange place to put branding, is on the medial side. That there's a white Nike piece of branding on white leather. So it's unusual to put branding on the medial side where no one can really see it because it's the interior side of the shoes, not the exterior. And also white on white makes it even harder to see. So it's a strange piece of branding there, but it's up to Nike how they do their branding. It's not up to me. It's up to me to say Nike as well instead of Nike, and some people don't like that. But in the UK, especially Scotland where I'm from, we said Nike instead of Nike, and that's just the way we put it there. So. And then if we have a look at the heel, you've got Nike Air branding on the heel in red on that white background as well. So the branding there on the heel and the tongue is pretty cool looking. But that white bit on the side there, I don't really get the idea behind that. But there you go. Underneath, you've got that iconic Air Jordan 3 outsole. It's a really good looking outsole. So good looking that Don C put it on those Legacy 312s that I was talking about earlier. And it is a really cracking looking outsole on this particular Air Jordan 3. I think there's red, white and black in there as well. So it's and grey. Actually, the screenshot up here tells you the colours better than my brain can. At my age, it's hard to remember. So you've got that outsole in there as well to sort of crown off the rest of the sneaker. But that's about it. That's my take on this Air Jordan 3. They're calling it the University Red. What I've seen is it's called the Tinker. Whatever it's called, removable swooshes or anything, that's going to definitely get people talking, whether people like it or not. Definitely it'll get this sort of hype buzzing positively or negatively, which I guess can't be a bad thing. If you're into this sneaker, let me know. If you appreciate this content, let me know. I do try and bring it to you every single day. I do try. That's wrong. I do bring it to you every single day. I don't try. I actually do. This is like the 107th consecutive day that I've brought content to you guys, even though I do have a full-time job and I do have a 1-year-old daughter who keeps me busy as well. So it's hard work, but I have managed to do that, bringing you that content. 108 actually, today marks day 108. So if you appreciate daily content, if you appreciate what I'm doing here, stick with this channel. I'll definitely be here tomorrow, and I hope that I will see you tomorrow.